So this is Chris Nielsen back with Breaking Up with Fear and Peter Burkin. And he just said a few words that I think can make a difference in someone's life. And you said you were talking about bullying, Peter. Just jump into that and go wherever it takes you.
So bullying starts at home. Trauma starts at home. Our parents do the best they can with the skills they learn from their parents, and it gets passed on generation to generation. So what we do is, as a child growing up, we try to overcome this trauma at home or in the community or in school. And what happens is when you try to overcome these challenges, you will learn and grow from it to the point where it'll take you to new heights. And the key is realizing again that you have to bully proof yourself. Unfortunately, the reason why you have to bully proof yourself is because not everybody gets it. And you know what? That's okay, because if you take good care of yourself and you love yourself and you start to attract goodness outside of you, you'll finally realize that I'm meant to have self-love, to have self-respect. And I know I changed it up a little bit.
No, that's just fine. And I want you to just, I'll add to it as well here, meant to have self-love and self-respect. And you, Peter, talked about, you've done work with the passion test, helping people find their passion. And when you help people find your passion, as you talked about, they feel a bigger purpose in life, and life starts to flow a little bit better. And then you talked about that you also teach the mastery of self-love, which you're just pointing to there. And I think here's what happens when you love yourself fully. And that's hard to do. It was hard for me to do too. And I'm still a work in progress on that as well. But that voice in your head of positive love for yourself can make the difference for all those people around you. And I encourage everyone to take a little bit of effort to work on loving themselves a little bit better.
Yes. And as a passion test facilitator, Chris, I inspire transformation through love for humanity. And the mastery of self-love is basically, you know, especially men, we got to give ourselves permission to have that self-respect and self-love for each other. And then we can show up more for the relationships in our life, especially with our life partners and wives and partners, because we have to be present, fully present for the people we love in relationship.
I love, you know, being fully present for the people you love will feel good too. So give it a try out there, play with it. And I say this for as well as you can be, I was incredibly critical of myself when I developed this self-compassion, self-love. It made such an incredible difference in my life. I hope you find it as well. Reach out to Peter. You'll see his information below. Reach out to me if you feel like it. And my goal is to help people drop these fears, because we've been programmed in these fears. We've been programmed to be critical. Drop these fears, and there's ways to do it, and find that self-compassion and self-love. Anything else you'd like? Yeah.
Yes, thank you. There's one more thing. There needs to be the stop of separation between government, church, and public schools especially. The reason why is because we need checks and balances to make sure we're raising the most healthy children. Our children are our gifts. They're our hope and future generations to come. And the thing about it is, when we break down those walls and we all come together to raise the most healthy child, we're going to progress as a civilization in a way that it is going to be healing, because we're, as adults, seeing for the best of our, you know. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was trying to get at, trying to break the walls on success. And success starts with all entities, because I wrote down the church could be the spiritual side of us, the mind could be the government, and the body would be our public schools and our schools. They need to come together like we're mind, body, spiritual people within. So
yeah, I imagine a world where people care for one another. They look for what we have in common. They see that love in each other and reflect that, versus looking for differences and things like that. Thank you so much, Peter. Another cool talk with you.